we begin?
Let's begin now.
Hello everybody, welcome, and we'll try and do this before the sun keeps changing the light in here. It's terrible. One minute I'm in pitch blackness and the next minute I'm like a god with a big halo. But there you go, that's how things go. Right, welcome. This is going to be a bench update for June. We can't do July because we're in July, so I can't tell you what I'm done in July, can I? So it'll have to be June. Kick off with a couple of things. The first thing is I've got a little package, and I've had this quite a while. And Neil, I apologise that I haven't done a little thank you video because one thing and another last month it's been very difficult. But Neil very kindly sent me the little figure that goes in the T34. I don't know if you can see that. It goes in the T34. It's the actual figure, the man with the starting pistol. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, Neil, so much. I do appreciate that, mate. And that will be used. That's for the Joe's build, by the way. If you've got lost in the conversation there. Right, that's that bit done. Thank you, Neil. Most appreciated. Moving on. 2 shout outs. Right, the first shout out goes to Greg Riley. Now Greg has just started his own channel up. He's got a video up. He's entered into the Joe group build, the Joe T34 group build, should I say. He's got a video up. He's put his entry up, which is pretty good. He is a modeler, so you know, but he's starting off on YouTube, so he needs our support. So go across there and do it. Right, that's Greg sorted out. Now, on one of my comments, not on one of my comments, on one of my videos, you see, I'm so used to saying comment. I had this comment made, and it was asking me what my other channel was, i.e. 1/35 scale diorama builds. So I sent a little message back saying that, a little link and everything else. And I never thought no more about it. And then this person appeared on my subscribers list on both my channels, which is really nice, which I do appreciate. And being nosy, because, you know, just me being nosy, I popped across, and it's IS2. Now, IS2, he's got one video up. He must be about, what, 12, 13, I would say. By that, I'm just going on his voice. He's building Zivesta kits, so I think John Moore would be more than happy to be involved with him. And he's a very young lad, and he's got one video up. And what I'm saying is, go across there and have a little look, and give him our support, because we need to encourage young people into the modelling and into the community, because this modelling is not all about us blokes building big things and enjoying ourselves. We've got to have time for the younger ones as well. So that's IS2. I shall put links in the description box below. And I would like to say a big thank you as well to everybody. I just noticed on my subscriptions for this channel, we've gone through, I think it's 712. Please forgive me if I don't do a giveaway on this one. We will wait a bit longer and then I'll do a giveaway. So that's all the sort of like announcement things. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to move across to the bench, and we'll just run through what I did in June. Okay. Right, this is the base that I've actually been working on for my good mate John and his Torch group build, and I've had quite a few it's not working right for me. Now, my conception of this was certain tanks going up this hill, but it just it's not working right. I wanted the otter up here, and it just, the tank just didn't work. It's just not working for me. It's just not working at all. I've only got 2 weeks left before John closes it, and I want to get something done. So I'm probably going to be putting these onto another base, because it's just not working for me. What is working for me is otter, vehicles, trucks. Now the trucks over here seem to work better. They look, well, look like they should. So that's what I shall be doing. I should be using this base probably to do a few of my trucks on and put that up in my cabinet, and the other ones I'm going to be doing a new base for. So that's what I've been working on. So that's part of it. I should put you on pause now because I need to move this out and bring something a bit bigger in. And in the great words of Monty Python's, now for something completely different. Now, a few of you may be jumping between my two channels, but this is one of the little project builds that I've got going on my other channel, and it is a house build. Now this house build is it started off as a platform to actually show people building methods, and it's fallen in now to a full-fledged project, full-fledged build, and you'll understand the reason why I've sort of like shown you this on the next couple of clips going up. But this is how far I've actually got with this build. Now the theory of this build isn't complete. There's going to be a trap vehicle inside here, and then we've got the big Panther recovery vehicle. It's going to be on the outside, and it's going to be a full-fledged diorama. That's the back. I'm still working on tiling. There is another building to go on the back, like so. So it's a pretty big build altogether. There's going to be a lot of figures involved in this one as well. I thought I'd just show you this. The simple reason is if you don't go across to my other channel because you're not really interested, but you are a little bit nosy and you'd like to see what's going on, you can see what's going on. And this does all come when you get it apart. Saying that, see that? There we go. This all just come apart. I've done a lot of detailing inside. There's a lot more to do, as you could imagine. But I really am enjoying building this, to be totally honest with you. It's more my forte, because you see, vehicles I don't know much about. I'm stupid when it comes to that sort of thing, but when it comes to putting a house together, I can do that. So that's the house build, and you'll understand on the next clip why I've sort of like shown you the house build. So I shall move the next item in for you. There we go. I'll go from one extreme to another. Right, this is the little it's the 7.5 centimeter pack 40/4 ALF RSO mint, and I can't pronounce the next bit. I'm not even going to try and do it. Well, it's a smart kit, and it is a dragon kit, and this is the little vehicle that's actually going to go inside the house, and it's all been assembled. It's had its base coat on, ready for its top coat as we go around like this. Now, a very nice little vehicle, but this definitely almost got me to the point of hitting it with a hammer. For a dragon kit, it still wasn't a fantastic kit. It really wasn't. A lot of little issues with it. I could sit here and go on for hours about the issues with it. I think I might just do a separate video on it. No, I might as well tell you the issues with it. A lot of the parts didn't fit, either were too long. You had a major bow in the actual top half of the deck, whereas so the two sides didn't meet properly. There was a bit missing. They sort of give you the wrong instructions. There's a hole in the back here, and you get two deck plates. If I'd picked the other deck plate, that hole would have been filled up. But on the instructions, they tell you to use that one, and then there's no bit to fill that hole in. I had to split the back axle to get it in, and then patch it all back up again because when it was assembled, it was too tight. But all in all, it is a nice little vehicle. It has its few problems, and if you're going to build it, really take your time. Definitely nearly a Bofors gun job this was. It nearly got hopped down the garden. And if you don't believe me, you can ask John, because John sat there quite a few nights, totally amused about the whole thing, watching me curse and swear, or listen to me curse and swear about things not going right. So that's the little anti-tank, what do you call it, and that's going into the building. Now it should have a top on, but I'm not going to put it on because it looks absolutely stupid, doesn't it? Well, there again, everyone to its own choice. I mean, this is going to be inside a building, so I don't want that on, and I want this partly covered in debris and rubbish. So that's it. So that's one of the kits that I've built in June, and it's almost on completion now. I've got to just give it its top coat, and we'll get some weathering done, and that then will be complete. So moving on swiftly, extremely swiftly to the mozzarella. No, it's not. It's the water buffalo, and this is for Matt Hill's group build. As you can see, it's been built, it's been assembled, and it's been painted. And now I'm just gonna decide. Well, I can't decide on what decals. I've got to go for one set because I started to put some decals on, and I just got myself into a right 2 and 8. They stuck to my fingers and everything else. So they were supposed to be for Okinawa, whatever it was. So it's not going to be for that anymore. It's going to be for somewhere else. But that's what it's all about. It's about having fun and enjoying yourself. So that's the water buffalo. Like I say, that was done in June. So that's another bit close to the finish. And now we've got airplanes flying over. Right, so swiftly on. Right, swiftly on to my entry into the cheese build. I won't do a complete one over this because I'm going to do a separate update on this, but a quick tour around. I have been, well, if you didn't know, I bought one of them static grass tables, and I'm just playing at the moment to get grasses looking like grass, would you believe? And then I'm going to introduce a lot of the grass onto this little diorama. I've been playing about with like little bushes and plants and bits and pieces, trying to get things almost looking right. The rusting on it is almost complete. I'll just keep going back and doing a bit of fiddling and bits and pieces like that, but nothing too major. Moving round, as you can see, I'm sort of like working on the undergrowth of the vehicle. So, and the soldiers, they are painted, but they're not fully finished off, which they will be very soon. So that is one of the things that I've been working on, and we will swiftly move on to something else. Right, finally moving on to the trumpeter striker. This is a mine roller. I bought this a long time ago, and I've been doing little bits and pieces on it, but I've done quite a bit on it over the last few weeks. So I thought it was just worth a mention because it will be completed sometime in the near future. Uh, Plenty of little parts on it. Enjoyable, but the nice thing about it, I can put this down and it's nothing on a big rush. So that is roughly about it. So I just thought I'd show you that to finish off with. And back round at my bench update. Now, June was a pretty rough month for me, personal wise, losing the brother-in-law, other bits and pieces. But we're out the woods and we're into a new month. But there was some real good stuff that came out of last month. We got notification back that Jake, my dog, he's okay. Hasn't got the cancer problem that what the vet thought he had. So he's all clear, which is brilliant news. Bless him, he's still got going for an operation. He's got lose a bit of his manhood, so this problem don't occur later on. Me and him will be having a chat, but a bit later on, and I'll be trying to explain to him. But all in all, I'm quite happy that my dog's okay. That's the most important thing. And that wraps it up for my bench update. So I'd just like to thank everybody for watching, even though you skipped the middle bit and got to the end bit. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one.